the record button. Yeah, okay. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Sydney Street, where today it's fitness Pilates. We're going to start on the mat. So if you take yourself to the mat and get down into child's pose. If child's pose is not a comfortable position for you, sit in any other position that is going to keep you comfortable while you just settle into the class with some deep breathing. Okay, and then we start with some mobilization. So you're exercising at your own risk and taking responsibility for your own actions whilst doing this class. If everybody's down there, I'm going to put the music on and join you on the mat. Here we are. So you're resting your forehead down, your arms are draped by your sides, so your shoulder blades fall open. You're just going to try and relax everything, try and let everything go. Start by relaxing the muscles in your face, because that will then help you spread that relaxation love down the rest of your body. Really breathe deep into your belly. And let all the air out. So that's a key point. Try and let all the stale air out before you breathe new breath in. You're just going to bring your arms overhead so your palms are down. You can open your knees slightly if you like so your belly drops between your knees. Remembering that we are on the mat for a little while and you might need to double up your mat under your knees. Get some little cushions or an extra little bit of padding to go under your knees. Likewise, you might need a little block to sit on when we sit in the cross-leg position. Take your right hand off the mat, place your left hand on top. So you're breathing deep now and you'll feel a little bit of an expansion between your ribs on the left side of your body. It's a subtle stretch. And then left hand comes off, right hand places on the top and do the same here. Feel your body expand. Contract or inflate and deflate. Come back to center now and up to all fours so your joints are stacked. Wrist under elbow under shoulder, knees under hips. Lengthen the back of your neck. Drop your belly down, lift your chest, lift your tail. So you're stretching the front of your body. You'll feel that in your lower back too probably. And then drop your head, drop your tail, arch your back. Push the floor away, open the vertebrae. And repeat. Slowly does it first of all. Drop your belly. And then arch. To neutral. Looking over your right shoulder towards the bottom of your mat. Kicking the hips through so you're feeling a subtle side bend again. And take it the other side. Come on back to center. Circle your hips. Slowly does it first of all with a big exaggerated move. And change direction. Let's get everything moving. Now you're going to come back to center. We're going to go back to cat-cow. We're going to do it a little quicker, but still nice big moves. Looking over your shoulder a few times, a little quicker. And then your hip rotations in both directions. Coming back to center, tucking your toes, taking your hips back towards your heels, but then lifting your hips up high. Keeping knees bent to begin with, draw your chest towards your thighs. Lift your hips. Now start to pedal through your feet. So you're stretching the back of your legs. Pressing one heel down, then the other, walking through. And then holding the position, lifting your hips high, maybe even with a little tilt on your pelvis, an upward tilt of your pelvis. Straighten your legs, so extend those knees. Try to press your heels to the floor so you're feeling the stretch in your calves too. You'll feel it through your upper back, everything stretching out. Strong position. Transfer your weight into a plank, still strong, and you're stacking the joints again. Wrist, elbow and shoulder, lengthen your body. And then bring your right foot forwards until it's level with your right hand. Drop your back knee down, release your foot on your back leg. And then just twist, rotate, push backwards and forwards, side to side. Think 3 planes of movement here as you just try and get some movement through your hip flexors. So there's no right or wrong. You're moving in all directions. And then walk your foot to the middle of your mat. Place one hand either side of your foot. Transfer your weight backwards, lengthen the back of your leg. Pull your toes forwards as well so you feel it in your calf as well as your hamstring. Transfer the weight forwards, lift your chest to open up the hip flexor. And do this a few times. And hopefully you're starting to feel a little bit freer through this leg, all the way down the length of it. We're going to change legs so you can transition through all fours, through plank or through downward dog. Okay? So I like to go through plank. And now you've got your left foot right up by your left hand. Drop your back knee. And we start with that little wiggle through 3 planes of movement. Forwards and backwards, side to side, round in circles. As best as you can. So we're just moving that joint the way it's designed to be moved in all directions. Walk your foot into the middle of your mat, and here we go, transitioning the weight backwards and forwards. Making the move nice and big. Okay. Walk your left foot to the edge of the mat. Bring both hands on the inside. Lift your back knee up. Step forwards until you're in your low squat. You can push your knees open with your elbows if you like, as long as you're not forcing that. It's just to open the hips, take a wiggle around, sit up tall, so you're not compressing the lower back, but you're lifting up through the chest. It's really going to open the hips. This is where you might want to sit on a little block, because we're going to sit on the floor here with your legs crossed. Alternatively, if you're not comfortable here, try the soles of your feet together. See if that's a little bit more comfortable. Okay? Otherwise, on a little cushion or a block. Okay, lift up. And then look over to the right, hold it. So you're just going to a point where you can feel a stretch. And you're just going to hold it there and breathe deep. And then you're going to look over your other shoulder as far as you can till it stops. Not forcing it any further, just dropping the shoulders down and back and breathing deep. And then start to roll. Drop your chin, take your head over to one side, drop your shoulder down, pull your ear away. So you're lengthening down the side of your neck. Let's do the same the other way. Drop. And a few times. Just trying to release any tension through the neck and shoulders before we continue with the class. Coming back to center, hold your head high. Now you're going to raise your shoulders, retract them back, depress them down, protract them forward. Some big shoulder circles here. Take your hands to your thighs so you can make the move bigger by rounding your spine and then coming up, lifting your chest. More movement through that spine. Okay, last time. Place one hand to the floor, keep your bum down, lift the opposite arm up and then lean over. So really push into the floor with the opposite buttock so you can stretch down the side of your body, really open up. From the hip to the fingertip. Let's change sides. Lift, elevate up. Lateral flexion. Come back to center. Okay, a little bit quicker, a couple of times each way. Moving a little freer now. Okay, same idea with rotation. Take one hand to your knee, puff up through your chest. As you exhale, look over your shoulder. Once again, you just come to that point where you can feel the stretch and hold it. Take a deep breath. And change to the other side. Rotating through the thoracic spine. Pull that shoulder back. And then a few times a little quicker. Free it up. Okay, come back to center. You're going to lower yourself down to the mat. If you can, slowly, one vertebrae at a time. So, slowly does it. Come on down. Until your head is supported, bring your knees in. Take one hand to each knee and rotate your hips. Circumduct through the hip socket in any direction, because we're now going to change direction. Hug both knees into your chest. Rotate your ankles both ways. Point and flex. Your feet. Deep breath in. As you exhale, bring your nose up and draw your knees in a little more. And then extend the legs along the mat. Take your arms overhead. Take a full body stretch so your back might arch off the floor, which is fine at this point. And then relax, arms come down. Well done, that completes our mobilization. Good. Okay, activation. Slide your feet in. Remember, please take a drink whenever you need one, because I'll forget to say. So stop and have a drink when you need to take a drink. We've finished mobilization, we're moving on to activation. So tilt your pelvis, press into both feet equally, lift your hips high. Okay? To a point where you can feel them working, feel your glutes working, I should say. And just hold this position here, keeping your feet firmly on the ground. So at the moment we're just stationary here. Keeping the upper body, your face, your neck, your shoulders relaxed. Trying not to hold any tension there. A few more seconds. Strengthening the back of the body. So you've got your knees in line with your hips and your ankles. A few more seconds and then we're going to drop and lift. So we're going to add movement. Let's go. Drop. Lift. Two more. And hold the second one up again. Hold. That's it. 4, 3, 2. Drop your hips to the floor. Bring your roll yourself up to seated. Feet are flat on the floor. Puff up through your chest. Okay, now then, we're going to lean back and you'll feel your tummy muscles activate as you lean back. So come back to that point where you feel them activate and hold it there. Still holding onto your legs. Hold the position here. Your tummy muscles are going to brace to try and hold you in place. Now keep your spine lengthened, including your neck. Come on up as if someone's pulling you up. Again, breathe in, breathe out, lean back. Feel your tummy muscles brace. You're balancing on your sit bones, but your feet are still on the floor. Your toes have lifted off the floor now. Retract your shoulders back for a strong position. Can you feel that activation through the core here, through the front of your tummy? Come on up. Same again, no hands. Look, mum, no hands. Breathe in. Breathe out as you lean back, and also retract your shoulders back so you're just still in this pose. Looking forwards. Come on up. Okay, we're going to try again with the feet off the floor. Revert back to any of the positions we've already done if you prefer. So you're going to bring your toes to eye level, lengthen your legs so you're extending your knees as much as you can. Still retract these shoulders back and keep your neck in line with your spine. You're looking forward towards your toes. Take hold of the back of your legs, place your feet on the floor and imagine someone pulling you up, keeping your spine straight. Only one more. Breathe in. Breathe out, lean back. Brace your tummy muscles. Toes come to eye level. Shoulders retract. Get in a big V position. 4, 3, 2. Take hold of your legs. Place your feet down. A controlled movement back up. Arms in front. Add rotation. Lean back. Your elbow comes back as you rotate. Feel this through the side ribs, through your obliques. Lean, rotate back. You're doing this at your own pace. Feel the rotation. Feel the activation around the side of your body, around by these ribs as you rotate. Great way to activate these muscles because you have no choice but to. They're supporting you as you lean back. Okay, let's make this the last one. All the way down to the floor, slowly does it, bracing your abdominals all the way, using them as you lie down. Hug your knees into your chest once your head is supported on the floor. Roll yourself back up to sitting. Roll back down, tuck your knees in and roll yourself back up to sitting. So we're rolling like a ball. Tuck those knees in tight. So you're not letting your legs swing over your head. Be careful with this. And if you're not sure, then don't do it. Okay, last one. Because next time when you come up, you're going to try and balance into your V-sit. I've already come off my mat. Here we go. Feet to eye level, let go and hold the position for a few seconds. Controlled movement before you go again. It's a bit of fun. And a bit of a challenge. 2 more. Well done. Feet to the floor. Slowly does it ease yourself down to your mat. Support your head on the mat. I'm going to take a quick sip of my drink at this point because I always forget to drink during this fitness Pilates routine. Knees are bent, feet are flat on the floor. We're not lying on our microphone wire. We're not now. Bring your knees over your hips. So, again, stuck in the joints, so it's knees over hips, look. Shins are parallel with the floor. Take one hand under your head, one hand on your belly. Feel your tummy muscles brace under your hand. Okay, that feeling you get when you cough, sneeze, or laugh, brace your tummy muscles. Keep that feeling as you lift up and down. So you want to feel these muscles braced under your hand, on your belly, as you lift and as you lower. And just do these little sit-ups at a pace to suit you. Looking directly up to the ceiling, so you're keeping length through the torso. You're going to switch your hands, because it's going to feel a little bit different. That's it. Great. Knees are still over hips. Shins are still parallel with the floor. You're trying not to drop. I mean, you can have them up, directly up if you like, but try not to drop your heels. Okay. Now stay up, feet on the floor, open your knees, and pulse. Still looking up, but it's a smaller, sharper move. You're almost keeping that tension there all the time. Remember to breathe. 4, 3, 2, knees come together, rest your head down. You're going to lift up and you're going to take side bends. So replicate that feeling in your tummy again as if you're coughing or sneezing. Lift up, hands either side, and then side bends. So lateral flexion, reaching towards your feet. 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest your head down. Knees over hips. Tummy flat, so braced. We're going to alternate leg extensions, smooth, one at a time. Bringing your knee in over your hip, keeping your shins parallel with the floor as you bring your leg back in. Arms in the air. Shoulder blades remain on the mat, so you're retracting your shoulder blades. You're going to add same arm as leg extension. Fluid, but strong. One leg out. Okay, so you've got one knee bent, the other leg is out, both legs are off the floor. Fingertips just underneath your head as you add a little sit-up. So you're just lifting directly up and down. Head down, change legs, go. Try not to pull on the back of your head though. Fingertips are just resting under your head. So your head's supported, but you're not pulling. Change legs. And you're just going to bring your shoulder across and down. Towards the opposite knee. Starting to feel this through the tummy muscles now. Ooh. Feel that on the front of your body. We're going to change legs. So you're taking the shoulder over towards the opposite knee. Both legs are off the floor, one's bent, one's straight. 3, 2, and the last one. Head down, draw both knees into your chest. Well done. Quite intense. Okay. Just relax your tummy muscles now that your knees are into your chest. As you exhale, bring your knees back over your hips, shins parallel with the floor. You're going to alternate leg extensions again, this time arms in the air, and you're going to take same arm as leg. Arms are strong, as well as legs. Both arms, one leg. Reach overhead. Now you're going to carry on with these, or you're going to join me and take both legs out. But we're going to do it slower. Now, if you're unsure about this, then stick to your guns and do what you feel a little bit more comfortable with. Over your hips, arms to the side, straight into your half wipers. Come on down, come on up, and over the other way. Shoulders remain on the mat, so you're rotating the lower part of your body. We're working through the transverse plane. You can try lengthening your legs if you want to, if you've got room, which clearly I've just discovered I haven't. Too close to the wall. Well done, come on back to center, hug your knees in. Fingertips to temples, one leg out. Lift up your chest, take your elbow towards your knee. We're going to do slow bicycles, because I really want you to try and extend that leg fully. When we do these at speed in other classes, it turns into this. You're hardly moving your legs at all, and you're wobbling all over the place. So I want you to imagine that you're in a tube. Your body is in a tube, and you can't rock side to side because the tube's in the way. So you're trying to keep that alignment all the way down your body. Fully extend that leg, twist the torso. Couple more. And then hug your knees into your chest. Great stuff. We're going to roll onto our sides, facing the front. Transitioning on now to some lateral moves. So we're lying flat on the sides facing the front, balancing if you can. Squeeze your thighs together as you lift and lower both legs together. Feel that abdominal bracing again. Place your hands on your belly. Hold your legs up. Open your knees. Clamshell. Side lying clamshell. So really abduct that knee away from the midline of the body as far as you can without rolling backwards. So the movement is isolated at this hip. Take your arm in the air and Let's move on to a nutcracker. So again, we're changing the movement at the hip. Looking directly forwards. Okay, one more. Stretch out, legs away, take your arm overhead and just lengthen the side of your body. We're going to change to the other side, so push up through your hand, bend your knees, pivot yourself round so you can still see what's going on. Lying flat out, balance in here. You've probably got a little gap under your waistline. Lengthen through your legs. Squeeze your thighs together. We're going to lift and lower as you balance. So both legs together, we're lifting and lowering. There's quite a lot going on, isn't there? You feel all this around this area here. As far as we can without rolling back. Activating the glute muscle, keeping the hip joint mobile. The core activates as we move the legs through this plane. Arm comes up. Transition to your nutcracker. Just a couple more. Let's make this the last one. As you fully extend away, legs away, arm overhead, stretch down the side of your body, pull your feet away. And then roll over, face down, rest your forehead on your hands. Good work. Okay, so forehead rested on the hands, legs together. Top of your feet to the mat, alternate leg extensions, hip extensions, lifting the leg one at a time, clenching your glute muscles. So more work for the back of the body, which in comparison to the front of the body is neglected when it comes to doing all the workload. So spending more time here. Now then, couple more. And you're going to lift both feet off the floor at the same time and just hold them there. Relax your face, relax your shoulders. And then drop your legs to the floor, rest your forehead on the mat, take your arms overhead. Lift your head up slightly, but you're still looking down. As you start to lift and lower one arm at a time, just like we did with the legs. It's a little easier, but it is going to start to activate the postural muscles, the thoracic area of the back. You might feel like going all the way down your back. Hold both arms up, just hold, but retract your shoulder blades. Feel the back of your body working. Now rest your arms down, rest your head down. This time we're going to lift the arms and the legs up at the same time. Okay? Just do one at a time if you prefer. Here we go. As you exhale, lift up, but we're going to stay here for a few breaths. So it's important not to hold your breath here. Push through the balls of your feet. Just be aware of the muscles in the back of your body working here. Hopefully it's a good feeling. Looking to avoid any acute pain. 4, 3, 2, rest down. Oh, well done. Wiggle your hips. Bring your hands to shoulder height on the mat. Lift your bottom off the mat. So your belly and your bottom are lifted and you're on your knees, your chest and your hands. Push into your hands with strength. Up. Push back to extended child's pose. Your resting pose, forehead on the mat. And stretch your spine out here. Bring yourself back up to all fours. Joints are stacked, wrist, elbow, shoulder, and knee under hip. Lift your right arm up and lift your left leg up. Your knee is still directly under your hip. Take your arm and your leg away from your body, away from the midline. So again, you're abducting these limbs. And then you're slowly bringing them back in again. You're going to draw your elbow and knee in towards your nose, so flexion at the hip and the elbow. Draw in and the knee. Lift your hips. Extend away. Place your hand to the mat, place your knee to the mat, change sides, and just hold this position first of all with your arm and your leg extended. Extended and lifted. As we abduct from the midline, and we adduct towards the midline. Flex, lift, extend those limbs away. Hand to the mat, toe down, come to plank. Joints are stacked, lengthen your body. Spread your fingers. Push up into downward facing dog. You might want to take your hands a little bit wider if they're quite close together. Mine were. Okay, so your hands and your feet are shoulder distance and hip distance. Lift your right leg in the air. So you're balancing here. Come into a 3-legged plank and bring your right knee to your right elbow. Push back up so your leg is extended in the air. Take your foot down. Change legs, left leg up in the air. So you're balancing in this 3-legged position. Come to a 3-legged plank and bring your left knee to your left elbow. Lift your head. Push back up. Come to a downward dog, feet hip distance apart. Slide into plank position. Rest in extended child's pose. Back up to all fours. Tuck your toes, come to plank. Bring your right knee to your right elbow and hold. Take it back to plank. Bring your left knee to your left elbow and hold. Might feel different, mine does. And take it back. Change again. So right knee, right elbow. And for the last time, change again.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
Come on. Come back to plank and hold. Lengthen your body. Drop to your knees and push back into your resting pose. Brilliant. Nice strong arms there. Okay, back up to all fours. Back to a plank. Push your bottom high. Walk your hands towards your feet with your head low. Roll yourself up to standing. Take your time if you need to. Take a drink when you get there if you want to, because I've got to come and adjust the screen and move my mat. Sort out my clothing. Ooh.
Can you feel my heartbeat?
Can you feel my heartbeat? I can feel my shoulders. What about my heartbeat? Standing with your feet hip distance apart, sort of, about. Squat, lift your right leg. The squat doesn't need to be deep. We're focusing on a little bit of balance. So testing those core muscles that we've just been training. Stand all the way up. We're going to hold this one. So you're holding your left knee up and balancing. Just hold it. Take your left leg forward.
Can you feel my heartbeat?
Lunge down and up. Hips are parallel with each other. Shoulders are parallel with each other. And you're trying to avoid any compression of the lower vertebrae. So if you need to, just lean forward slightly. Carry on with these. Or add more balance by stepping back.
Your soul is so pure.
Okay, last time, and we're going to come back to feet parallel. Ready to do the other side. So squat, lift your left leg first. So really try and flex this hip a lot to bring your knee up. This one up, hold your right knee up and balance. Make sure you're not collapsing at this hip here. Lift up through it. Take that leg forwards. Feet are still hip distance apart. So you start to lunge down and up. With balance, with control. Few of those, stay with them if you want. Or same rules apply with the knees stacked.
Your soul is so pure.
So that's a great exercise. And then come back to feet parallel. So your toes are pointing forwards now. Drop down and up. Keep your knees in line with your toes, in line with your hips. Just two more like that. Here's your last one. Great. Hold it. Reaching up. Taking hold of your right wrist. Taking your right leg behind into big side bend. The other way. Clasp your hands behind your back. Puff up through your chest. Retract your shoulder blades and depress your shoulder blades. Make sure it's not just movement of the back. Try and puff up through the chest. Take your feet wider. Hinge forward from the hips. All the way down. Let your head hang. Feel a stretch in the back of your legs. Walk your hands around to the outside of one foot, so that stretch starts to feel a little bit different. And then around to the outside of the other foot. And then back to center. And then roll yourself back up to standing. Rolling your shoulders back, bringing your feet together. And that completes our Fitness Pilates class for today. Okay, thank you very much for joining me for FP today. Let's turn off the music. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you feel better for doing it. Hope you're standing 2 inches taller and you've got lots of activation going on through your core. Enjoy the rest of the day. I'll see you same time, same place in Civvy Street next week, hopefully. And that's it. Logging off. See you soon. Oh, hang on. I haven't stopped the recording. Hang on.